Winter can be so hard on a home, and one of the most common headaches for homeowners, it's the ice dam.
Oh, you see them and you feel so bad for the homeowner. Melting snow from rooftops can form those ice dams and gutters, those huge chunks of ice. They're dangerous to get up there and remove by yourself. They're costly to have the whole thing fixed, and then of course eventually you might want to fix the problem too. Joining us now is home maintenance expert Jeff Menke from Gutter Helmet. Jeff, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This week we're obviously paying extra attention to this because it's been so cold, and then we're going to have warm weather and then cold again. That melting snow is one of the causes of ice dams, right?
Yes, it is. Basically what happens is, the most common thing that happens, you'll have heat loss in the interior home, or you're heating your home. And as that hot air rises up through the ceiling, it goes up into the attic area, and once it hits that roof, if you got a lot of snow up there, it creates a thawing effect. But when that thawing effect occurs, that snow will now melt, go down towards the edge where it's water, and then it refreezes at the edge, creates this big mound of ice, which can lead to backing up of water and getting your home and creating thousands of dollars of damage.
Well, I've tried, but I can't control the weather, and I don't think anyone else can either. But there are some things that homeowners can do to kind of prevent the ice dams buildup, right?
Yeah, there's 4 key things that I would recommend. The first one being insulation. Have an inspection done of the insulation in your attic. Because we talked about that heat rising. If we can have enough insulation that'll prevent that heat from rising and hitting the roof deck, that will prevent some of that thawing from occurring.
Sure.
Another thing is ventilation. You have soffit vents, which are in your overhang, and there's also vents in the top of your roof that makes the house breathe. So you need to make sure you have proper ventilation so the house breathes correctly.
Good.
A big one is a lot of people will use heat cables on the edge of their roof.
Sure.
Works very well. We actually use a product called Helmet Heat, which is similar. It heats the whole gutter and downspout system so that the water
just
flows
keeps
away.
flowing out.
Correct. And the nice thing about that product, it's not visible to the human eye, which is a nice thing as well.
Warning signs that, you have something happening on your roof, maybe if you haven't experienced it before?
Yeah, if you're walking around your house, look, if you're seeing the buildup of 1 inch or 2 inches of ice right at the edge of your roof, that's kind of a sign that you probably should start looking into getting those taken care of.
And I know there are a lot of new homeowners out there. I have a lot of friends who may be in their 20s, 30s buying that home for the first time. If you start to see that building up, at what point do you need to call someone? Can you wait and kind of let it resolve itself if it's going to get warmer?
I would recommend getting somebody to take a look at it if it gets to 2 to 3 inches high. It's one of those things, if it starts backing up and you're getting water in your house, nothing worse than getting water in your house in the middle of the winter.
And that's the biggest problem. Just having the ice overhang is not really that big of a deal, but it's the backing up and the water going in.
It's the backing up because that mound creates a pooling effect where the water cannot flow off the edge of the roof accordingly.
But Jeff, for your business sake, I guess I'd like to see you have good business, but frankly, for everybody else at home, I hope nobody has to call you this week.
I hope not as well.
Yeah. Jeff, thanks
Thank you so much for having me.